Yo, what's up, guys? I hope your day is going good. I'm going to be going over setups for today. September 24th is about to be Thursday. Market's about to close for the day. We could review some trades from last night, or we can move forward. But I really wanted to go over gold. Now, gold is something that last night what we were looking for, just to break this back down, was pretty much this order block we were playing off of. We had already entered. We had already had a limit. It wicked it. It came back, hit break even. Now I'm realizing, I probably should have waited for that break of structure for the break even. I did go break even a little early on this one. No big deal though. It actually did really tank off that order block. It really did. Broke all the lows, destroyed the lows, tanked. And what's happened now is it's created a nice little area for us to enter off of right here. This guy, or this little guy right here on the 30-minute, that little guy, which you could do something like that. You could do that if you really wanted to. I'm personally playing it safe route because I'm expecting it to go a lot of pips, but also we're playing within this guy. So it's pretty much an order block within an order block. And now, if you guys are not aware, order block is just an up candle before the down move. Pretty simply put. I'm not going to get too advanced into like what that means. If you're in iMaster Academy, watch the Trade House section of Go Live. Watch howdoitrade.com. I'm not going to get too deep into that on this call. Right. So it's loading. So pretty much from here, just going to be waiting for that. You can look for a sell limit here. Overall, though, I'll erase. Overall, what we're seeing on gold is this right here is probably going to be the high for a while. I'm expecting some very bearishness over these next couple weeks. As we had talked about previously, I'm not sure we talked about in the last video, but right here we did see a Batman, which if you guys are not aware, it's pretty much a Batman is pretty much strong up, strong down, or the opposite way around. It's pretty much a sharp reaction followed by consolidation, and pretty much it's a continuation pattern to go down, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. So with that being said, we're looking for some key areas to where it could possibly go up. Just because I'm biased of gold being a swing buy. Right now it's not a swing buy anymore. It's a swing sell as it's broken this structure. It's broken that structure. Depending on how this candle closes, it looks like it's tanking. I don't see any reason why the next daily candle won't be bearish as well. So I would say we'll probably don't be surprised if we see a lot of movement down the rest of this week as well. Do not be surprised. That being said, it may or may not come back up here for a while. It may come back here tonight. It may not be for a while. We could see a situation where it comes down and grabs this. We could see like literally, we could see something like that. Very possible. Ultimately, I'm not looking for a swing. Like, I'm not really looking to buy gold anymore. It is looking for sells, pretty much for the most part sells. We have this weekly order block over here, which we could be playing off of the same guy that took out this candle right here. Open to that one. And then as you see, this guy took out this one right here. So that being said, I'm definitely looking at this area for buys. However, probably won't be holding them that long. I mean, I'll definitely buy off this candle, but I'm not going to be looking for any like crazy swings to hold up to 2030, because overall, ultimately, there is this daily order block on gold up here, which at some point in time that'll be a swing buy target. But yeah, we'll wait to see what price looks like and see if it's doing any Wyckoff or anything like that when it does make the move from there. But these are pretty much the areas we're looking at. Those three areas: daily, 2 hour for the sell for the continuation. Because as you can see, pretty much this candle already got mitigated. I mean, that one got mitigated. That got mitigated. That got mitigated. All of that got grabbed already. So it's pretty much, I wouldn't be looking for that. But what I would say is this. I do expect it to sell up this. But let's say for example, it breaks. Whenever we do buy, let's say it grabs this and it sells. Later on down the road, swing wise, we buy it, right? when we do buy it, I do expect it to come all the way back up here, at least to here, if not up higher. Reason why, because there's everything. Once everything's mitigated, there's no reason to like there would be no reason for me to put a take profit in here. And that's a 300 pip range. So pretty much with that being said, what I am saying is, let's say we buy off this candle, for example. Let's say we buy off this candle. When it does get up here to that green area, we're just going to take it past it for the TP because there is a daily imbalance there possibly. So we could see something like that. Like I said, I'm not trying to predict the market or anything like that, but I'm aware of what could possibly happen. This daily order block, we're definitely expecting 500 pips off of, if not 1,000. But this is pretty much gold right now, looking for this sell. And then also, like I said, ultimately, we could see this weekly candle. This weekly candle could be the buys. We could see another range before it drops down here. It could really mess around in here. You know, we don't really know what's going to happen. But what we do know is in 5 weeks is election. So with that being said, I would expect it to drop until the election. That's something to be mindful of. It's probably going to drop till the election. I don't know how fast, like gold, you never know with gold. Like it could go down there very fast. As you've seen here, look how fast COVID dropped gold there. In just 2 weeks, it dropped down about 3,000 pips. So a lot can happen in a short period of time, especially with gold sells, which I've noticed. But ultimately, I'm looking for areas to buy because if you look at the last plane going above me. If you look at the last 13, 14 years of gold and metals in general, 95% of the years there was bullish metals from December to February. So, right now we're in September. So it's making sense that in September, October, November, it's setting up for buys. Now, like I said, it could be here. It could be that, which is the weekly. It could be this daily candle. I don't expect it to be the swing one, but I do expect it to be a buy. Maybe something like that. It's very possible we play this one. I'm just being aware of what could possibly happen. I'm not trying to predict. Keep that in mind. I'm not trying to predict what's going to happen. I'm just being mindful of what could happen. Another option is this here. And as my boy Jake Wood had pointed out, well, we do have this here, which I do expect this could play as well. Be mindful of. I personally, I just kind of have this feeling gold's going to really tank farther than we think. I think it's really going to tank farther than we think. So I would like to swing this sell even. I would like to hold this sell at least 1,000 pips. Kind of kicking myself over here for missing this, but it was the FTMO challenge account anyway, so I'm not really too mad. FTMO Alive is coming in soon, so we'll be able to catch. You never miss anything with Forex. That's the thing with Forex. There's always another setup. Always another setup. I would say though, don't be surprised if these COVID-19 buyers get wiped out. Don't be surprised. And I know it's really far away. It sounds crazy, but do not be surprised if these COVID-19 buyers get wiped out. That's all I'll say. Don't be surprised. Anything could happen in this market at the end of the day. Okay. These are the COVID-19 buyers right here. This was COVID-19 initial breakout, which was like that, which I do see something like that probably happening again, probably right now. So we could see that. I really don't see it going lower than this. 1430 is probably the lowest I could see it going. Just 4,000 pips away. You could make a lot of money on that sell. It looks like it's about to fall off the face of the earth. I'm not going to lie to you. It looks like it's about to fall off the face of the earth. But really, any of these key areas could get played. I'm not sitting here trying to predict the market, but those really areas right there I'm looking at. We'll mark the last one. So if you are buying, I would wait to these zones. Otherwise, I'm looking for sells. We got 1811, 1730, 1620, and 1430. These are my buy areas. Other than that, it's probably tanking off the face of the earth. I'm just being honest with you. I think it's tanking. No reason to think it's buying until it hits one of these areas. So that being said, we're 500 pips away from the first zone. So like I said, looking for sell opportunities right now. Really look for sell opportunities right now. Anything and everything that you could get a sell off of, sell it. Like, I ain't not trying to buy shit right now. This would be real. Just being real. This is my gold analysis for September 24th, 2020. Looking forward to the election, looking for swing biases. I personally, like I said, the lower the better, because I'm a believer in gold breaking the all-time highs again. I don't think this all-time high is going to hold forever. But realize timing is also a thing. I don't know how long this will take. I don't know. But what I do know is we're probably going to see some continuation. We're probably going to see some accumulation. This could take days. This could take weeks. This could take months. This could take years. I don't know. But what I do expect is this decade, I do expect gold to make a massive move up until once they start mining from, I don't know what other planets. Once they start mining other planets and mining asteroids and they really start getting more gold, that's going to make the supply of it increase, which is going to make the demand lower. So it's obviously going to sell, which is fine. Overall, there's a lot more volatility in gold than there used to be. A lot more. And you can just see by the size of these monthly candles. You can see by the size of these weekly candles compared to the past. I mean, look at these candles here, and compare them. And I'm kind of talking fast because I want to make this video short. I want to save this so you can always go back and look at this for swing bias on gold, because I feel like gold is something we can really capitalize on, make a lot of money in the future. And for those of you into the esoteric side of things, I do feel like I have connections with gold as far as maybe past lives, maybe something energetically. I don't know what it is, but I've always been fascinated with gold, even as a kid. So it's interesting, seeing this come full circle. I'm actually trading gold. Didn't even know that was a thing. But, we see this was accumulation. I mean, gold has been a constant uptrend ever since the beginning of time. So I feel like that's going to continue until something major happens as far as in the world where it starts getting mined from elsewhere. Like, that's where I see, like, until it gets mined elsewhere, I feel like it's uptrend. It's up, up, up. So with that being said, all-time highs, this could go to 2,500. It could go to 3,000. I don't know. What I do know is when I do take the buys, my final target will be the all-time high. I'm not going to take it above that. My final target will be 2030. I'm not greedy. Like, if you catch 1,000 pips, you just made a bag, especially if you're catching off a 50 pip stop loss, 30 pip stop loss. Like, you got to think about these things. But this is, I truly believe this is an opportunity for you to really catch some swing trade on gold. Really catch the swing trade and realize when it tanks hard. I'm going to show you what I mean by that. When it tanks hard. I'm just going to give you some examples. Here's an example of gold tanking very quickly. Here's an example of gold tanking very quickly. Notice it goes all the way up, but when it tanks hard. Okay? I just wanted you to be aware of that if you did not know. Gold pretty much goes up, gives us a false spike down, and then it continues. Okay? But what as I do see on gold that I have not seen in a while is a tank followed by consolidation, followed by another tank. I've not seen that in a while. I don't know if I've seen that ever in my history of trading, other than right here, probably right here, which is not really as serious, to be honest. But this here, you see when it tanks, man, like it goes hard. The buys are slow and steady. The tanks are fast and don't last. Fast don't last, man. Fast don't last. But you realize when it does go fast, it's the low. It makes a low. For real. No lies. It makes a low. When it creates a low, it makes a low. For real. Right? Okay, this is the examples on gold. Pretty much has been on an uptrend for a while, ever since like 2000 what? It did give an uptrend depending on you're looking at, pretty much it hit the bottom at 2015. Ever since then, it was an uptrend. It was accumulation. And really, once it broke out 1359 last year, that's when I was like, that's when I was calling all-time highs. Because it was weekly accumulation. Shout out to my boy Skaggs. He was telling me that, and I didn't, I was beginning of trader at that point. I was only 6-9 months into trading. I didn't even know what I didn't know. As I still don't, as we never do. Like I said, it's just interesting looking at gold and what happens. It does definitely respect high time frame order blocks. If you're aware of what order blocks are, I'm going to show you a couple times what I'm talking about. It does play off these order blocks. Okay. So this one right here. This one right here gets played. Check this out. Right here. It gets played. Period. Point blank, end of story, no questions asked. This is the monthly time frame, okay? This is the monthly, by the way, just saying. You'll see this happen a lot, okay? You'll see this happen a lot. See that? What happened? Grabbed it and went. Order block, what happened? Grabbed it and went. And so on, right? There's no issue. Like it just does this. This is just how the market moves. Okay? Order block, watch this. What happens? It grabs it and that's it. And that's that. Like for those of you that know Wyckoff, I'm really just beginning to learn Wyckoff, so I'm not really too familiar with it. But I do know enough to know like if it's accumulation or distribution, you know, when it's creating when it's the high of that, when it's a reaccumulation versus distribution, I'm aware of that type of stuff. I mean, bro, but it is what it is, man. You're seeing these mitigation play. You can't even ignore this. Like, this is what's happening right now. So check this out on gold. When Corona hit, it's funny how the market's timed up. Like price is timed up with timing. News is the excuse. News is the excuse to move the market. Okay, so check this out on gold, right? That's the monthly order block. Why is that an order block? It's the last up before the down move. Okay, now check this out. You go check this out on gold. What happened off this order block? See this right here, black line, 1684. What happened? Tell me what happened. 1684 dropped 1,000 pips, came back up, rejected again, and dropped 3,000 pips off the monthly order block. Okay, check this out. Another monthly order block right here. Funny how this works, right? It's funny, man. And I know I got too much caffeine in me right now. But like, it literally rejected one order block and then came down and grabbed the other order block. And then that was the low it went. And then boom, there it goes. And then boom, there it goes, right? So with that being said, monthly is the highest time frame confirmation that I'm aware of. I don't know if there's a higher time frame than that. Weekly is second, okay? So let me show you some weekly order blocks. Okay, when it hit that low, 1164, those of you that know the trade in 2018, okay, right, let me erase this. Right, let me erase this. Okay, weekly order block right here, boom. Grabs it, and that's that. It grabbed it with another order block. That one has not been touched. I'm going to be honest with you. Do I think it's going to go down that low? Probably not, but it could. You know, I don't know. Shit can always happen in this market, man. That's just straight up fact. Also, you got any of these could get played. I mean, you don't know. We don't know. We're not here to predict everything. We don't get paid to know everything. We get paid to have potential areas where we're looking to enter and executing our trading plan when we get what we look for. That's how I see the market anyway. So you saw this order block was the low, and you notice that not only is it the low, but it's a trap candle. If you're just looking at this on the surface, you're thinking that's going to be bearish. Like, let's pretend that's not there, right? You're telling me you're thinking that's going to go up, right? If you're just a typical retail trader, you're like, oh, that's going to tank. But guess what? And that's why I'm not going to say gold's going to tank for sure, because I'm not, I don't know everything. Okay, but check this out. That's the low. This is weekly. Okay, let me go up there. And then what happens? Check out this. What happens? Okay. When Corona, notice how it's news and major price that makes this shit happen. It came back down, and it actually went a little bit lower, but it came and grabbed it. And notice that on the first reaction of this, it actually gone from here to here, okay? So how many pips is that? It went 634 pips on the first daily off the open, came lower. Now, this is what I was talking about. Don't try to catch the bottom. This is what I was talking about. Because, like, look, if you were trying to buy this here, you could have, maybe on a small time frame. But if you're expecting to take the swing up from the first entry, it don't make no sense. Like, you could buy this, take profit somewhere, you know what I mean? You could even buy this, take profit somewhere. But the point is, it's going to come back. That's the point. It's going to come back. You don't have to the first low is never the entry for the swing. So unless you scalping, it don't make sense to me. Okay. So this was during Corona. This was during Corona as well. I know I'm kind of overexcited right now because I'm freaking on crack with this coke. Or no, I'm not on crack, but I got this caffeine, bro. Like, okay. So check this out. Boom. That was it. So you could have taken a buy there. You may have taken one off this. You would have lost because it swept. But yeah, dude, the whole point here is what I'm saying is I was just showing you examples. So you could see that right now, potentially is a good spot to enter is this daily order block here and this weekly order block here. So this is my gold analysis for September 24th for the rest of the year and also for the rest of this decade. I can tell you right now, I currently believe that anything can happen in this market. You never know. It looks like gold's tanking right now. Ultimately, I believe that gold will break the all-time highs again. So I believe it'll continue going up until we start mining some serious amounts of gold from other planets. So looking for a drop down, maybe an accumulation cycle that could take weeks, months, years, reaccumulation cycle rather. I don't see this as distribution at all. I don't know. It could be on a small. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a Wyckoff expert, but looking for these areas for buys. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you received some value. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you make money off of this, off what I just showed you. This is like, this video can literally apply to the next couple years. You know, I don't know when these areas are going to get played, but I just wanted you guys to be aware of it. And also I wanted to make this video for myself so I can go back to this and look at it as well and just look at these key areas. And hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully, like I said, let's get to this bag, man. Much love, peace, and blessings to you. It's 2020. Let's run it up, baby.